What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, R.W. COOLINS, with the Just COOLINS podcast. First and foremost, giving honor to God who allows me to come at you in this manner. How's everybody doing this evening? I just want to come at you this evening and give you just a little morsel to make you think. Tonight, this one, it's one of those things about life. We're going to talk about life tonight. And, you know, if anybody doesn't know, I'm 54 years old now. And in 54 years, I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot, you know, as most of us have. I mean, I'm not acting like I'm the only one, but as most of us have. But there's an analogy I use to describe life and where we're at now in our lives for those in the 50 club and over. And I put in this aspect like this. When you're born, you know, you're being nurtured and everything like that. And I say you're being nurtured up until you turn about 18 years old in a normal household. 18 years old, you're being nurtured by mom. You got rules, regulations, everything like that. That's a part of life, 18 up until about 18. But then the analogy I use is sometime in that up to 18, you learned how to ride a bike. You may have started off with training wheels. I don't know, you know, it depends on who you are. You may be a fast learner. You may start off with training wheels, but eventually everyone had a bike. You learned how to ride a bike. So my analogy deals with riding the bike. So now you're 18 and everybody knows when you're riding a bike, the philosophy of riding a bike is, and we all do it. When you know you have a hill to climb, you're preparing yourself to climb that hill before you get to the hill. So at 18, you're getting out on your own and everything, or 20, or you're in college or whatever, but you start climbing that hill. You start going and chugging up the hill. And the thing is, when you're riding that bike, everybody knows when you're riding that bike, your main concentration is to get to the top of the hill. You see your destination to get to the top of the hill, whether it's to go over on the other side, but you're trying to get to the top of that hill. And then while you're watching and looking and riding and trying to get to the top of that hill, there are certain things you see in your vision while you're riding up that hill. You notice things, and it's just like life. In life, when we're going up that hill, when we're going through life, there's certain things that jump out. There's certain things we see that we just let go. There's a lot of things that we pass in life, just like we do on the bike, that we may notice, but we don't concentrate on. There's a lot of things that happen to us in life that cause us to pause maybe, but we still riding that bike. We're still going on. Now, what I say with that is that while you're trying to get up that hill, there may be some deviations from going straight up the hill. You may have to go off to the side a little bit and then get back on, like an overlook. You know, you got the overlooks that you got to stop at sometimes, because those are things you have to deal with while you're going up that hill. So now you're getting in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, and all the way up until this point of you getting 50. 50 is at the top of the hill. And all through life, until you hit that 50 point, you're seeing things, you're experiencing things, you're going through life. But the one thing that we don't realize is while we're riding that bike up that hill is that we're concentrating on getting on up to the top of the hill, but we're not really noticing the journey because we're concentrating on the destination. The journey is an afterthought because the destination is at the forefront of what we're trying to get to and what we're trying to accomplish in life. So now you've done everything, you know, you're getting up there, you get to the top of the hill, and you're at that number 50. You're at 50 years old, and all those things that have gone on behind you in the past and everything like that, they're still here, but that's not your main focus. Because now that you're at the top of the hill, at that 50 mark, you take the time and you look around and you concentrate and you look at where you've been, your kids you've raised, your relationships, everything that has gone on in your life, you reflect on at number 50. And then after you do that reflecting, you look down the hill and you see where you're trying to get to. You're observing. You're calculating. You're making sure that there's a clear path down the hill. because it's easier to go down than it was to come up. So now that you start descending the hill, what you find out is you're going down this hill now, but there are no brakes as you're going down the other side. And the other thing that really kicks in and you realize is once you hit 50, that you have more years behind you than you probably do in front of you. So now as you're going down this hill of life after 50, you're trying to take and enjoy and take in everything you can see because you don't know how much longer you may have. But in that journey of going down that hill, you're trying to appreciate everything. But the problem is you don't have brakes. You don't have any brakes on that bike to be able to just stop at certain times and smell the roses. And why is that? Because we've built our lives around everything and what we expect and what we have to do and all these things to get to a certain point financially and all these other different things that are obstacles that we thought they were. That when we get to 50 and we start looking and we like, dang, I missed so many things in my life because why? I was so concentrating on meeting the destination that I didn't get to enjoy the journey. And as you're going down that hill from 50, not knowing how much further you got to go, you see the end, but you don't know when that end is the end. And now while you're going down that hill with no brakes, no way to stop unless you take your foot and stick it in that back tire, but that doesn't even work no more. The brake cables are broke. You're riding down that hill. You're trying to take in everything. You're trying to appreciate everybody. You're trying to enjoy what parts of life that you think you may have left. And what I'm here to tell you tonight about that journey on that bike is that every day you get up, look at it as you getting on your bike as a kid and riding around your neighborhood carefree. When you're riding that bike every day, from the time you get up until the time you go to sleep, ride that bike. And while you're riding that bike, enjoy life, enjoy those people in your life, and enjoy and reflect on all the things that were memorable in your life. Because each day you have 24 hours. 24 hours. Because when you were younger, you thought you had a life long to live. Now it's a 24-hour day that you have to fit everything into because you don't want to miss out on something that you may have missed out on before when you were trying to climb that hill of life to get to number 50. Enjoy each day for what it has to offer. Make it a point to tell those people in your life how you feel about them. Pick up the phone and call those people in your life who you may not have talked to in a long period of time. And the one thing I would tell you to do is make an impact within those 24 hours on somebody's life that you may have never met before. I'm not saying financially, I'm not saying any of those type things, just a simple hello or smile. Because I think, from my opinion, that's one of the biggest things that we're missing in society today. Just a simple hello, a simple greeting, a simple how you doing. We got more years behind us than we got in front of us. But that doesn't mean we can't enjoy every 24 hours that God blesses us with. Get on your bike every day, strap in, and ride that bike. As we used to say, ride that bike until the wheels fall off. This is your boy, R.W. COOLINS. Love yourself, love one another, keep your head up, and most definitely keep your faith in God. I'll see you on the video. I'll see you on the radio. And one thing I know for sure, I'll see you on the bike path because I'm going to ride mine until the wheels fall off. Holla at your boy. Peace. Mm-hmm.